EA Sports, within the game. Hey, they say it ain't over till it's over. Well, let me tell you, this one definitely ain't over.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. These be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm painting. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
It's Madden NFL 23, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. Coming up next.
The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Sims on the return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion where I picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a first down carry for Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Pickett will look to throw it here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Olszewski now to return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Second down, here's Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Back to throw, Pickett steps away. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free. And
he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 official. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And he slings one that's incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Falcons, nothing.
Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Mariota now to throw on first down.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Mariota. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Falcons have come back to make it a 2-point game. Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. Mariota will look to throw. And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Pickett to his tight end Freiermuth for the Steeler first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pickett now on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. Now Pickett on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. A first down throw for Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall.
Pickett lost it, and the Falcons grab it.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do, but let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
They'll get this into the hands of Bird. And some space here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First and 10, it's Patterson. A beautiful fake. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And this throw will be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Pickett now from the gun here. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Third down, here's Patterson. Oh, he's got some... Cordero Patterson, 30, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. To the 43, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. They find some open field here. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. We now proceed to the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaunt, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. This pass is caught by London. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They go play action. Mariota. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now Mariota on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 31, Pickett. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up the 3rd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Simms going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't.
You're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 68 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Running the counter, Patterson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. Touchdown! Olamide Zaccheaus with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Sims now from his end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes, left side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just had more want. Looked like they had more want right there. More want and more people to the ball. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The do-it-all weapon, Cordero Patterson, coming back out. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. A right side run with Patterson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Yeah, the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talking about taking care of the football.
Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on 2nd and 13.
Pickett. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Pickett. That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there on 22. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10, here's Pickett.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 33.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They run forward with Harris. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They're going for it. This is Harris. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right.
And he'll take it into the end zone.